Hey everyone, this is Tappers here again, and welcome back to the Mega Man Classic Marathon of some sort of significance. Oh wow, that is much louder than I expected. Something about the year 2080XX. No, wait, that doesn't quite sound right. Oh, but here's what sounds right. Mega City is being attacked by a vicious army of robots bent on destroying the world. That sounds meta, I guess? I don't know. But who's behind this destruction? It is other than Dr. Light, or Yoink! Yes, it is Yoink Man. But the actual culprit is a golden ticket! No, it's Proto Man. What? Who? Yeah, so this is Mega Man 5 for the NES. This was released December 92, which is not quite a year since Mega Man 4. So you have to wonder what new elements that Mega Man has been up to, along with Capcom. Or vice versa. Well, new music, which is cool, I suppose, and humanoids, more or less robot masters, which get a ton of flack. But I'll get this out of the way. This game is considered the low end of Mega Man, but I don't know if I'd even consider it bad. And I'm closing my eyes, just selecting at random, see who I get, and the answer is Gravity Man. Okay. This is an interesting start, so let me see. Oh, shoot, I just realized I'm not going to get a certain thing by the end of it, unless I decide to not go in order. So, Gravity Man is either, I guess, hated or loved by many of... Nice hitbox, by the way. It also has my favorite music, and I love the gimmick of this stage, anti-gravity. It seems a lot of people really don't like it. I suppose it just kind of depends on taste. So, the mechanics otherwise are standard fare, I suppose, in that screen transitions are really fast, at least a lot more compared to Mega Man 4's. Because, I mean, those would go really slow, so it's kind of jarring in a way. Also, you'll notice that the charge shot is freaking massive, and one thing that will become very apparent about Mega Man... Oh, I forgot there was a spiked pit right there. I haven't really said anything about the enemies because I don't really know half of their names, at least not until I get to the part. But, oh, wait, I haven't come across him yet. Is he right up here? Yes, Power Manslayer. This is plowing right into a cannon, thank you very much. But I would say he's probably one of the more threatening Big Eye wannabes. At least I would say so. And here's something of interest. Ooh, that was really close, actually. Those were letters, and that's the actual non-required power-up collectible you get in this game. What did I collect? M. Wow, I collected the very first letter. Interesting. When we collect all 8 letters, well, 7 letters and then Roman numeral V, because we're playing the Game Boy version, not really, we actually gain something with no explanation or build-up whatsoever. But we would only get that once we get everything, and this is... Yeah, now we're getting to... the first of the Robot Masters, Gravity Man, which is an interesting fight, sort of, but it's really simple, if I can say that much. And it's mostly because he doesn't really do anything except change gravity and then try to shoot you as you're transitioning. He's not particularly hard. I also love how I didn't really say much about the stage or anything, but it's a lot of anti-gravity gimmicks. As far as I know, he'll shoot at least 3 times, not necessarily in succession, but yeah. Gravity Man's not particularly hard. In fact, a lot of the bosses in this game are really easy. The stages, actually, I would say, are much harder than the bosses, which is, I don't know if I'd say an understatement or just bizarre, if anything else. We get the Gravity Hold, which is sort of a screen-clearing weapon, which is kind of funny using it. So, it'll have its uses and stuff. How do I want to do this? I'm going to do this in a really bizarre order. I'm going to go to Wave Man first. Normally I would go weakness order, but I actually want a certain something, and it at least makes a certain boss faster. I kind of should have just... Oh yeah, Steam hurts you, don't you know? I mean, it's really dangerous to robot masters and everything. But, don't worry about the hit detection. It clearly exists, and all because of a one-up that we missed. And the slowest... You know, I probably should have went a different order first, because then I could at least make it past half the obstacles. At least one thing would at least make me do that. Thinking about it now... Oh, yeah, so, spoiler, as a kid... Oh, right, I have to ride that bubble, I forgot. This music's actually kind of cool for a stage that doesn't seem to have a whole lot in it, at least for the moment. We are clearly underwater, by the way. And also, speaking of water, there's not really a water robot master, or I'm sorry, underwater robot master stage, which is kind of bizarre. Oh, I just realized I can't use a certain thing in this stage because it doesn't allow me to. And yeah, I can't pause, by the way, as we fight V, Ryder Joe, V, 1-Up, V. Okay, I'll stop that. I don't particularly like the Joes that just kind of ride up on your ass. I clearly said it, so there you go. And Echoes. Okay, I gotta watch out because we haven't seen a letter yet, and there's a reason why, because it's actually here. This is Octoparo, or Octopair, or I can't remember his name, but spoilers, that is the only mid-boss in the entire game. So you kind of have to wonder, yeah, the reason this game failed is because lacking not enough mid-bosses. Okay, one. Oh, hey, health drop, nice. Ow. Come on, where are you? No, not there. Come on. There we go. It's after you see two echoes jumping together is where you have the letter. But you have to be really careful because if you get hit, the invincibility frames will prevent you from jumping and stuff. As we watch Mega Man's completely scripted sequence that we have to watch through. Also, I hate these enemies because they shoot really fast and they can kind of snipe you without any sort of warning. Speaking of no warning, Wave Man. If you try to move, he will almost certainly hit you. But as far as bosses, he can be really easy if you know what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to be able to hit past his water waves, but if you're like standing really close, your arm cannon will actually go right through. It's kind of a sad boss almost, and he just kind of repeats ad nauseum. I have the quickest shot in town, in Mega City. So, there. I win, sucker. Pardon me as I drink some water. But defeating Waterman does not get us the Rush Marine because nobody wanted to bring that back. Instead, we get the Water Wave, which is a water tower that moves along the ground only and probably does damage or something. I don't really know the amount of damage it actually does. But yeah, the reason we kind of want it is because it makes Starman much quicker instead of having to worry about, oh, spoiler, he's a shield boss, as we get ranged meteors for a bad joke that did not exist, and bounders that just bounce all happy like. Oh yeah, so I actually never... So this is kind of weird. Gravity Hold is not the weapon of yeah, we just made hats disappear. And actually, we didn't even have enough damage. So, Water Wave, only works if you're... There we go. Jesus. It's relatively powerful. Oh yeah, if it's still along the ground, it'll just keep going along the ground. So there's that. And for the most enemies, yeah, there's a lot more enemies in this stage than a lot of the other stages. And yes, M. Oh yeah, I forgot, anti-gravity. So that's the main gimmick in this stage, and you need to be really careful because this stage spams spikes a lot. And missiles, which the shrapnel homes in on you for some really stupid reason that I couldn't even begin to tell you, and somehow that thing hit me. Also, Dachones, which are probably the closest thing to a mini-boss, but they die really easily, but they hurt like hell. And UFO Mets, which are relatively dangerous and kind of cute at the same time. Speaking of which, I need to find out if there's a plushie online, because I would like to get it. Oh, and probably the award for the most annoying enemies in this game go to the missile enemies that I can't think of their names, because they may as well be indestructible, and oh yeah, I forgot, the lasers actually do a lot of damage. But yeah, that stage kind of went by pretty quickly, which is fortunate because we don't want to really lose too many lives. I haven't lost a life yet, have I? It's hard to say. Okay, so Starman is our shield boss of the game, and you can't really hit him when he has his shield up, but it is possible to get rid of his shield if you either, oh yeah, I just realized I lost, pretty much all my ammo. And yeah, as far as how he moves and acts, it's kind of random as far as I know. He might jump like 2 or 3 times, maybe once before he shoots his shield. If you look at his cues, you might be able to tell if he's going to do it or not. But as long as you don't get caught off guard with long jumps or whatever, he's not too bad. But we get the Star Crash, which is, honestly, I don't think it's that bad of a shield weapon. And the Super Arrow, which is godly. And it makes stages a lot faster to go through. Oh, I wanted to go to him, but I can't do it. I'm not going to go in Robot Master order. Instead, I will go sort of in weakness order when I get the other part of the game that I'm doing that I can't remember. But yeah. Oh yeah, so this is Simbatron or whatever. I forgot his name. Simbot. And he did a lot of damage, so we're gonna skip half the level. By half the level, I mean not really. Just skip part of it. Where is it? But as far as I know, Simbas do a lot of damage, and you kind of want to take them out as soon as possible. And oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I have 6 1-ups, or I've got 6 lives. This game treats 1-ups like candy, or just like you're in a fantasy dreamland confectionery shop. I don't know what that was supposed to mean, but that's kind of what I meant. So that's always great. Really hard E-Tank to get, clearly. Oh yeah, so this would be a good area to use Gravity Hold. Not yet, because of Sniper Joe, or Apache Joes, which are the bane of everybody's existence, sort of, I guess. Yeah, so I never really mentioned what Star Crash does, but I'll mention it once I have more 1-ups. Yes, clearly I need more. So the Star Crash you can actually throw it, which is actually kind of cool. Does this do anything? No, I can't hit him from there. Now, it used to be, well, in Mag Mammal, I think his eyes had to be open or his arms had to be raised in order for you to hit him. And clearly the hardest letter to get, although it's kind of hard to say with momentum. I can't mash as fast as I would like to. It kind of sucks. Oh, right. Okay. Okay, I guess missiles have a lot more contact damage than I expected. Interesting to note. I would have at least thought that would just soar right over my head, but I guess not. I'm not a fan of these giant hulking enemies, which I guess I would consider mid-bosses also, because they take a lot more hits than they really should. Or they have more iframes, that's what I should say. Slide, don't slide there. Fortunately, I don't have to worry about, okay, right there. Hold on. Yeah, you need to almost tiptoe forward to let that one spawn, because it's... I don't think you can really hit it unless you have like a lower ranged weapon, sort of. Also, that's a bomb thrower thing. I can't think of the name. There's a better way of getting through this section than I'm actually proving. Yeah, I don't even think you can kill these stupid things. And also, fake out right there, there's actually no missile enemy right, pit, gotcha, non thing. So, Napalm Man is, kind of an interesting, name to pick for a Robot Master. Definitely not one you would expect to hear. I remember when Rom actually went after him first, which is kind of weird because I usually don't fight him all that well. But, I don't really know for sure how his AI works, but it's like, depending on how far you are from him, he'll actually shoot missiles, which you can duck under, it's just I don't do it since he's really close. But fortunately, I mean, the controls are at least fine as far as I know, but everything else, well, yeah. So, defeating Napalm Man, we get the, well, Napalm Bomb, which isn't really that creative a name, but it's a really short-range, slow, I guess powerful weapon. I couldn't really tell you for sure, but I may actually use it, so there's that.